Hi, welcome to Donegal Dad. I'm Mark and a big hello to my new subscribers. Today we're going to look at making some buildings and tunnel portals for the hillside here. For a lot of my buildings I use the Scalecast moulds, which can produce different sections of buildings. So then you can put together to build into any design you want. You can see this is a brick finish. They also do stone finishes. And you can even build something bigger, like a church. They're very versatile and light. I use Herculite plaster for making them. And they're very light and very strong once they're all stuck together. They also use other kits for line side features, for retaining walls, tunnel portals, and just general walling. This is Herculite plaster, which is what I use for making up the moulds. It should be mixed in a ratio of 100 grams to 42 mils of water. It dries to a slight off-white colour and it's very light and strong, so it's ideal for making the Scalecast moulds. Let's show you how we make the moulds now. Here we are ready to do some casting. We have our moulds in a basin of warm water, and in that water is a drop of rinse aid. The rinse aid in the water just helps when you pour the plaster in for it to go into all the crevices in the mould. So we're going to cast the tunnel entrance, and then we're going to have a couple of spare casts out for any excess plaster left over once I've poured this, just to use it up. So in the jug here I have my water and my measured out plaster. It's important that you add the plaster to the water and not the other way around, because it can cause clumping. So I'll add a little bit at a time, mixing it up. You don't want to whisk it too vigorously because you're trying not to get too much air into it. And it's important you have the ratio correct of the plaster, because if it's too thick it will trap air bubbles in it and it'll be weak, and likewise if it's too watery it will get very powdery and brittle and it will again be very weak. I'll just keep mixing it up. And that's about the consistency we're looking for there. So it's just like cream. Tap it a few times. This helps the air bubbles rise to the top and escape from the mixture. Pour the mixture slowly into the moulds. Let it fill into all the crevices. You can agitate it by banging the chopping board, just tapping it. What this does, it lets all the plaster fill into the crevices and also release any air bubbles. Just a bit more there. And the bit that's left over, we can just create some moulds here. So these green moulds are actually Linka Moulds, and the blue moulds are Scalecast. I should say I'm not being sponsored by Scalecast, these are all my own moulds. So everything here I've paid for myself. And tap them out. releases the air bubbles. And you can just put little bits in where needed. There we go. And you can just get a flat edge and just level it off. And leave it to set for about half an hour. So while that's setting, I'll insert a picture of a previous tunnel that I've done and a little video clip of some buildings I made. Here we are back again. It's been an hour, so the plaster is hardened off now. Now we just gently pop them out of the moulds, just by peeling the mould back gently. There we go. We have our completed arch. Now these ones take a little bit more care. Gently prise them out. There we go. Window. Another type of window. Like that. So I'll carry popping these out now. It's important with these moulds, once you finish with them, so you give them a good clean in some warm soapy water and let them dry. Use an old toothbrush for getting in there to get any stuck plaster out. There they are, all popped out of the moulds now. I'll leave these to dry for a further 24 hours so they're fully hardened before doing anything else to them. We'll leave it there for now. I'll carry on casting a few more of these pieces. Next time we'll look at assembling them into some buildings. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.